In 2009, the Minister of Social Development published a regulation allowing for funeral policy payments to be deducted directly from social grants. In December last year, though, the South African Social Security Agency, Sassa, informed Lion of Africa insurer that a moratorium on direct deductions would come into effect in January 2016. The insurer successfully interdicted the moratorium in the High Court in Pretoria. Sassa then applied directly to the Constitutional Court to appeal the interdict. But an agreement was struck between all parties in chambers. Attorney for Black Sash Nomonde Nyembe, who were an amicus in the case, explains.
This particular matter started around December of last year, of 2015. The Department of Social Development Minister and Sassa, the Social Security Agency, put in place a moratorium that disallowed new direct deductions from children's grants. What this means is that new direct deductions, like EFT deductions from children's grants for funeral insurance policies, would not be allowed from January of 2016.
Nyembe says Lion of Africa has agreed not to implement the High Court interdict through the agreement.
The respondents in this case, Lion of Africa, are not going to implement the order that was granted by the High Court in December. So they're not going to insist on direct deductions from children, new direct deductions from children's grants.
Sassa spokesperson Paseka Latsatsi says the agency welcomes the agreement.
Sassa, we must confirm that we are very excited. We are happy that we managed to reach this settlement because in any case, the view of Sassa, the view of the department has always been that there cannot be these deductions taking place, especially from the child support grant and the foster care grant and so on. So we are excited. We can safely say we are very happy that we reached this particular settlement.
Mabopane Committee Chairperson of the Forum for the Elderly says it's a great victory for caregivers who try to do their best with what little support the grant provides.
As an elderly, I'm over the moon because most of the people who are affected were people who are living below par, especially small children. I'm so happy what the government has done to us. They were taking money from small children, some of them are orphans, and that 350 could do nothing. I still want to add on. The government should put a little bit more on the 350. 350 is nothing. It's a very little bit of money. Our president his money can pay 100 kids with that 350, but 350 is very little. They must change their minds and divert from the 350 and put an increment, a reasonable increment.
A packed Constitutional Court gallery may not have got the vigorous legal back and forth they had hoped for, but all are overjoyed at the outcome. It's a victory then in the Constitutional Court for the South African Social Security Agency, the Minister of Social Development, but most importantly, the beneficiaries of child grants. Lion of Africa insurer had been debiting 1.7 million rand a month from child grants before it even got to the beneficiaries. Following today's court order, that'll no longer be happening. This is Mike Lappel for NN7, Constitutional Court, Johannesburg.